So you guys please go ahead and, whoever wants to lead the charge.
Should we go into team one? Yes, the eco-savvy thing and that word didn't seem to work very well.
I like the idea of making up a word, as long as it's something that's going to be like memorable and jarring in some way.
I think what the judges responded to was the way we package it needs to change a little bit.
Maybe you built it up too much and we expected a bigger oxymoron to come up, and it was just eco-savvy at that point.
We got a strong concept that we can put in every pieces, everywhere, in every media.
It was quite interesting that that was one of the things they kind of criticised.
I just felt that the press ad looked like the ambient, which looked like the pop-up, which looked like what you had put at the back of the DM. So I didn't see it extending too much without getting boring after a point.
They felt it was very predictable.
Brownie points, but you could get rid of that altogether.
I thought Adobe saying be good at business to a CEO, they're great at business, aren't they? So that line didn't feel quite right.
Our idea was the most different idea.
It sounded like a very good kind of a treatment for a large corporate to be doing, except that unless somebody explained it to us, we don't know why the hell you used it in the first place.
Once you know what the idea is, we got them because we've been presented them, but I think if you saw the billboard, I think it was very hard to understand. And 6, Ben and Ibrahim.
The consensus is that overcomplicated it. Some elements there that could be stripped away, and it would be just as strong or an even stronger idea and call to action.
They were trying to say like there's a lot of things like we did like for the newspaper ads or the ambient stuff that necessarily weren't bang on the message.
I thought CEOs to start getting involved in this challenge, finding out how much they did spend on their lighting bill. I mean, who's going to do that really? It's quite a lot of, it's quite a big ask to get people to do that.
I guess I'll go. Team 1, I was really impressed. I think we all were by just the breadth of good ideas. Just rethinking the eco-savvy piece of it. Come up with a wackier, more memorable word.
Well, team 4 was really like that.
It really is a practice what you preach kind of a thing, and in every medium it seems to work. Okay, that leaves me with 6. Well, we found it really, really different because I think you turned the problem on its head. You have a big idea going, but you're not yet there in the execution. Okay. So
I think it's really about the competition, the challenge.
How much do we have? 15 hours or something?
We just want to get it as clear as we can and as right as we can, and yeah.
Shouldn't underestimate the other 2 teams. They're really good. Tim and Philippe and Dustin and Pretty. They're all really talented bunch, and they have really great work over there.
The judges thought that our approach was the freshest one, I think.
You put your heart in.
I put my heart and soul into it.
I feel that.
Everybody's work was really good. I think some of them were really, were better than us.
Dustin's like the whole the bar and stuff like that. We're pretty close to putting that somehow in our presentation, but I'm glad we did it.
As soon as he pulled it out, it was like exactly what we were going to do, and we're so glad that we didn't do it.
We haven't talked about what we're going to do tomorrow as far as the presentation yet.
You didn't really back me up, man.
Yeah, because my English is not so good. Your English, it's
I know,
amazing.
it's quite good. I was quite impressed. I thought it
you
did quite well.
speak English perfectly.
Yeah, we can hopefully win tomorrow, making a really good impression to the client.
I did the slides in InDesign, and I did a lot of work in Photoshop, so it was a lot of between Photoshop and InDesign back and forth.
We'll just figure out our next steps and how to button up the presentation a little more.
We want it really bad.
Going for gold. Yeah. For the gold.
It's very do or die.